What's up, everybody? Damn, today's episode was deep. Um, today's episode was real deep. I'm like, this episode literally had me glued throughout the whole hour. I didn't turn the channel not once on ABC. I didn't turn the channel on nobody's scene. I didn't mute anybody's scene. I watched every scene. That's how good today's episode was. It was deep. Um, I'm gonna jump right into the Sunny McBain, Kate, Ewan situation first. I love how they keep going back into the Sonny and Kate's Bensonhurst days, because Sonny's been on the show for 20 years, and this is like big. Like, this is something like the situation that he was talking about with Joe Scully and Joe Scully Jr. and stuff like that. He never told anybody. He didn't even tell Jason about McBain's sister. Jason, his best friend, confidant. He never told Carly. He never told Olivia. He never told nobody none of this stuff. So that's like huge. Like, and I love how they keep going back, and it's like you're seeing Sunny in a whole new light. I see Kate in a whole new light after she admitted that she was raped. Well, Connie admitted that she was raped by Joe Scully Jr. I was like, wow, um, that was huge. The writers, like, they brought their A game on today's episode, because they threw me for a loop. When I heard about this baby thing, I could have sworn that she either gave the baby up for adoption or she had an abortion. But I think, well, the abortion adoption thing might be up in the air, because I don't know that. I don't think, from what I heard, they didn't say anything about the baby. She didn't say what happened with the baby. She just said that she was raped and Joe Scully Jr. got her pregnant. That's just what she said. I don't think she said anything about the baby, like what happened. But so like, I saw Sonny in like a whole new light today. He's been on the show for 20 years, like, and I never even knew that much about his past. I knew, pretty much what everybody else knew about his past. I didn't know how far it go back. So it was good to hear about this stuff. And what pisses me off is McBain. Like, you're still looking at him like he lying or something like that. I'm like, come on now, dude. Like, he pretty much ripped his soul out and told you everything. And I'm like, a story like that, and the way Sunny eyes looked like he was tearing up, looking like he was about to cry. That's how you know he's telling the truth. And then he put it on his kids' lives that he was telling the truth. He would never lie on his kids. Like, so for McBain to keep thinking he's lying, I was just rolling my eyes at McBain. Like, seriously? Why would you lie about all this? The story was crazy that Sonny told. I was like, wow. Maurice Bernard, I gotta say right now, this is why he's my favorite, and this is why the Sonny Parentos character is my favorite character. He, every time it comes down to a deep storyline where he got to show real emotion, he brings his A game. Not just his A game, but he brings an A plus game to the table. I haven't seen the best emotion I seen from him was 3 years ago when he ripped into Claudia at her birthday party. This is like one of today's episode was one of the greatest I've seen of him in 2012 by far. Today's episode, in my opinion, is the best episode in 2012 by far. Um, so I was like, and Kelly Sullivan, let me say this, when she first came on the show, her acting wasn't all of that, but she's rocking these DID scenes. She's rocking it, and I'm loving it. I loved her today's episode. Kelly Sullivan brought it. Um, it was good to see it. So let me just move on to this Carly, Johnny, Dante, Lulu situation. This fiasco. I can understand where Dante is coming from with this, because if I was in his situation, I'd be a little, a little edgy about, your wife working with her ex boyfriend and stuff like that. But like she said, it's not to that. It's nothing to her and Johnny. Like, her and Johnny was what, 3, 4 years ago. That's done and over with. I can understand that. But he should trust his wife and trust that this is something that she's happy with. She don't want to continue working at the the police department and evidence and all that, because it's boring. By the sound of it, it sounds boring. There's no thrill to it. So she wants something that's gonna fulfill her and make her happy. Maybe this new club could make her happy. Cause last year, like around late 2011 or mid 2011, she was looking for a job or something that's really gonna make her happy. I think that this could really be it. And Dante talking about, well, you're gonna be spending your nights. You're gonna be spending, you rather spend your nights with Johnny than your days with me. I'm like, that's a low blow, cause even he know that's not true. Lulu has been crazy about Dante ever since he came onto the show as Dominic. She's been crazy about him. So why would she jeopardize that for John Zakar? Like, I just think that Dante need to chill out. Like, in the way that he just kept walking, the way he just walked out and ignored her when she kept calling him, I was like, yeah, that's pretty messed up. So I'm totally on Lulu's side on this. Until I see different, I'm on Lulu's side on this one. Now, as far as this Carly Johnny situation, seriously, Carly, how are you gonna say you're not happy about John? See, that's the problem with Carly. She always got to be a control freak. That's why none of her relationships last now. Always trying to give somebody an ultimatum or something. Well, not an ultimatum, but she just really got to run her mouth like, just shut up. Like, okay, first of all, she ain't got no bearings to talk about nothing, because when she was married to Jax, or excuse me, she is still married to Jax, but when they were actually a couple and together, he didn't want her around Sonny. She kept arguing with him about that. So, and they weren't even in business together. She had full custody of Michael Ian Morgan, and Sonny signed away his parental rights. So technically, she didn't need to talk to Sonny about nothing. But she continued to be around him, and that pissed Jax off. But now that you're dating Johnny, and he got a past with Lulu, they didn't even date that long, and you're skeptical about him working, you're getting all upset about him working with her in this nightclub or whatever like that. I'm like, Carly, shut up. Like, seriously, you ain't got no basis to talk. Out of all the time you kept on talking shit to Jax and all them, and hanging around Sonny when he asked you not to, you hang out with your exes all the time. I don't see Johnny flipping out about that. She hang out with Jason and Sonny all the time. I don't see Johnny flipping out about that. He ain't even say nothing about that. But yet you can already put a chokehold on who he can hang out with female he can hang out with, and him and Lulu is strictly business, as far as we all know. So Carly need to shut up and go get herself a life. Where the hell is Jocelyn at? She didn't want Jax to take Jocelyn, but yet you're never with her. So why don't you go home and go relieve the nanny of her duties, and go be a parent for once, and bring Morgan back instead of shipping him off to some damn camp or military or whatever. Hell, this bitch think she is. I'm just saying. But I'm totally on Lulu's side on this one. I'm not siding with Dante in this one. I gotta side with Lulu. Anyway, I don't know how. Let me just say this: Tracy and Alice, it was good to see them actually getting along for once, instead of Tracy always being slick with her. But I think Tracy and Luke are better off as a couple than him and Anna. I know a couple people say they want to see Anna and Luke hook up or whatever, but I just think Luke and Tracy are better. She's the best thing that happened to him ever since Laura left. She's the best thing that happened to him, and they got a comical relationship. And I hope that they do get back together in the long run. But back to this Johnny situation. Johnny, he can go for all I care. He can leave the show for all I care. I don't care. He can be, going, because he's starting to piss me off anyway a little bit. He's like a younger version of Sonny, just without morals and a code. Because, everybody live by a code. Well, especially if you're in the drug business, the mob business, everybody live by a code. Obviously, he don't. Now, John McBain kept talking about, oh, he still kind of blames Sonny. If Sonny didn't kill your sister, he still holds Sonny responsible for it. But I'm like, how? Back in the day, Sonny didn't have the power back then that he do now. So had he snitched on Joe Scully Jr., Joe Scully would have killed him. What the hell was he supposed to do? He didn't have guards and stuff like that. That's why he told McBain that after what happened to Teresa, Sonny decided to break away from Joe Scully and be independent, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? At least he lived by a code and a moral standard. Sonny wouldn't kill Teresa McBain for no reason. You know, even probably for a reason he wouldn't do it. You know how Sonny felt against violence towards women. So I'm like, John, shut up. He obviously telling you the truth. I doubt he's lying. After a story like that, trust me, I see Sonny in a whole new light. Cause you get to see him more. You get to find, see his character in a different way than you did before. More, they show more in depth. They showed him in a more different light. And you know what? I think the writers and the producers did a good job at that. So yeah, McBain need to just shut his DM off because he's starting to piss me off. But anyway, so like I said, today's episode was a great episode. Not looking forward. I'm trying to get into this car, even though I can't stand John Zakara. I'm trying to get interested. How do I put this? I'm trying to like Carly and Johnny together, but I can't. I just can't because they seem odd together. And I just think that she's a better fit for Todd because let me tell people something. Blair and Todd relationship on One Life to Live was very similar to Sonny and Carly relationship because it was toxic. They look good together on paper and stuff like that, but they just don't belong together. And after Blair and Todd broke up, she started, making bad decisions in men, just like Carly. In a way, so that's why I just think Carly belonged with Todd instead of, for the moment, instead of her and Johnny. Why would you want to get back into the mob? Johnny is not officially out of the mob yet, and he keeping even bigger secrets from you. So why would you want to stay with him? That's just dumb to me. So I just think that she don't belong with John Zakara. Somebody said that they would love to see Carly and Sonny back together for a fifth time. No. I don't think so. But anyway, this Dante Lulu situation, I'm actually starting to like Lulu more this year than I did last year or in 2010 when she was, being all bitchy to Jason and Sonny. So I'm starting to like her more because she's starting to do something that makes her happy. And I can't believe Dante don't see that because he's blinded by his jealousy for Johnny and Lulu. I'm like, Lulu gonna keep it strictly business. Nothing more, nothing less, as far as we see. So until I see them where Johnny's starting to come on to her or whatever, then I change my tune. If she start liking it back, then I change what I say. But as far as I'm concerned at this moment, my opinion is that she's just doing something that makes her happy. Why can't he be happy and support her for that? So I just think that Dante just need to calm it down and relax. And I didn't like the way he treated her today on today's episode when he walked out and slammed the door on her. Furthermore, I think this club, if it's a big hit, could bring some more money into their pocket because look at that little ass shoebox apartment they living in. That's not even an apartment, I think. That's a loft. They don't even have a working air conditioner. The power go out every time they use the air conditioner. Come on now. What happened to that $100,000 check Sonny gave them as a wedding gift? What happened to that? You better use that money and buy a little house. Trust me, when Robin and Patrick first got married, they started out in a small apartment, but at least it looked a lot better than that place. I'm just saying. So anyway, I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. I'll see everybody tomorrow.